Our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days bring in another moon. But oh, methinks how slow this old moon wanes. She lingers my desires, like to a stepdame or a dowager, long withering out a young man's revenue.
4 days shall quickly steep themselves into night. 4 nights shall quickly dream away the time, and then the moon, like a silver bow new bent in heaven, shall behold the night of our solemnities. Do it.
Go! Fill the strait! Stir up the Athenian youth to merriment. Awake the pert and nimble spirit of mirth. Turn melancholy forth to funerals. The pale companion is not for our pomp. Hippolyta, I wooed thee with my sword, and won thy love doing thee injuries. But I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and with reveling.
Happy be Theseus, our renowned Duke.
Thanks, good Aegeus. What's the news with thee?
Full of vexation come I, with complaint against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius. My noble lord, this man hath my consent to marry her. Stand forth, Lysander. And my gracious Duke, this man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Now, thou Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes and interchanged love tokens with my child. Thou hast by moonlight at her window sung with feigning voice verses of feigning love, and stolen the impression of her fantasy with bracelets of thy hair, rings, gauds, conceits, knacks, trifles, nosegays, sweet meats. Messengers of strong prevailment and an unhardened youth. Through cunning hast thou filched my daughter's heart and turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness. And be it so that she will not, before your grace, consent to marry with Demetrius. I beg the ancient privilege of Athens. As she is mine, I may dispose of her, which shall either be to this gentleman or to her death, according to our law immediately provided in that case.
What say you, Hermia? Be advised, fair maid. To you, your father should be as a god, one that composed your beauties, yea, and one to whom you are but as a form in wax, by him imprinted, and within his power to leave the figure or disfigure it. Demetrius is a worthy gentleman.
So is Lysander.
In himself he is, but in this kind, wanting your father's voice, the other must be held the worthier.
I would my father looked but with my eyes.
Rather, your eyes must with his judgment look.
I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what power I am made bold, nor how it may concern my modesty in such a presence here to plead my thoughts. But I beseech your grace that I may know the worst that will befall me in this case should I refuse to wed Demetrius.
Either to die the death, or to abjure forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires. Know of your youth. Examine well your blood, whether, if you yield not to your father's choice, you can endure the livery of a nun. For I to be in shady cloister mewed, to live a barren sister all your life, chanting faint hymns to the cold, fruitless moon. Oh, thrice blessed they that masters so their blood to undergo such maiden pilgrimage. But earthlier happy is the rose distilled than that which, withering on the virgin thorn, grows, lives, and dies in single blessedness.
So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord, ere I will yield my virgin patent up unto his lordship, whose unwished yoke my soul consents not to give sovereignty.
Take time to pause, and by the next new moon, the sealing day betwixt my love and me for everlasting bond of fellowship, upon that day, either prepare to die for disobedience to your father's will, or else to wed Demetrius as he would, or on Diana's altar to protest for austerity and single life.
Relent, sweet Hermia, and Lysander, yield thy crazed title to my certain right.
Oh, you have a father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him?
Scornful Lysander, true, he hath my love. And what is mine, my love shall render him. And she is mine, and all my right of her I do estate unto Demetrius.
My lord, I am as well derived as he, as well possessed. My love is more than his. My fortunes in every way is fairly ranked, if not with vantage as Demetrius. And, which is more than all of these boasts can be, I am beloved of the beauteous Hermia. Why should I not then prosecute my right? Demetrius, I'll avouch it on his head, has made love to Nidar's daughter Helena, and won her soul. And she, a sweet lady, dotes, devoutly dotes in idolatry upon this spotted and inconstant man.
I must confess that I have heard so much, and with Demetrius thought to have spoke thereof. But, being overfull of self-affairs, my mind did lose it. But, Demetrius, come. And come, Aegeus, you shall go with me. I have some private schooling for you both. For you, fair Hermia, look you arm yourself to fit your fancies to your father's will. Come, Hippolyta. What cheer, my love? Demetrius, Aegeus, go along. I must employ you in some business against our nuptial, and confer with you of something nearly that concerns yourselves.
With duty and desire we follow you.
How now, my love? Why are your cheeks so pale? How chance the roses there do fade so fast?
Belike for want of rain, which I could well beteem them from the tempest of my eyes.
Ay me, for aught that I could ever read or hear by tale or history, the course of true love never did run smooth, or else different in respect of blood.
Oh, cross, too high to be enthralled to low.
Or else misgrafted in respect of years.
Oh, spite, too old to be engaged to young.
Or else stood upon the choice of friends.
Oh, hell, to choose love by another's eyes. If, then, true lovers have ever been crossed, it stands as an edict in destiny, then let us teach our trial patience, because it is a customary cross, as due to love as thoughts and dreams and sighs, wishes and tears, poor fancy's followers.
A good persuasion. Therefore, hear me, gentle Hermia. I have a widowed aunt, a dowager of great revenue, and she hath no child. Remote is her house from Athens, a 7 league, and she respects me as her only son. There, gentle Hermia, may I marry thee? And to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou dost love me, steal forth from thy father's house tomorrow night in the wood, a league about the town, where I did meet thee once with Helena to do observance to the morn of May. There will I stay for thee.
My good Lysander, I swear to thee by Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, in that same place thou hast appointed me tomorrow, truly I will meet with thee.
Keep promise, love. Oh, look, here comes Helena.
Godspeed, fair Helena, whither away?
You me fair? That fair again unsay. Demetrius loves your fair. Oh, happy fair. Your eyes are lodestars, and your tongue sweet air more tunable than lark to shepherd's ear, when wheat is green, when hawthorn buds appear. Sickness is catching. Oh, were favor so. Yours would I catch, fair Hermia, ere I go. My ear should catch your voice, my eye your eye, my tongue should catch your tongue's sweet melody. Were the world mine, Demetrius being baited, the rest I'd give to be to you translated. Oh, teach me how you look, and with what art you sway the motion of Demetrius's heart.
I frown upon him, yet he loves me still.
Oh, that your frowns could teach my smiles such skill.
I give him curses, yet he gives me love.
Oh, that my prayers could such affection move.
The more I hate, the more he follows me.
The more I love, the more he hateth me.
His folly. Helena is no fault of mine.
None but your beauty. Would that fault were mine.
Take comfort. He no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself will fly this place.
Heaven! To you our minds we will unfold. Tomorrow night, when Phoebe doth behold her silver visage in the watery glass, decking the liquid pearl, the bladed grass. At a time when a lover's flight doth conceal, we through Athens' gate devised to steal.
And then in the wood where often you and I upon faint primrose beds were wont to lie, emptying our bosoms of their counsel sweet, there Lysander and myself shall meet, and thence from Athens turn away our eyes to seek new friends and stranger companies. Oh, farewell, sweet playfellow, pray thou for us, and good luck grant thee thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander, we must starve our sight from lovers' food till tomorrow's deep midnight.
I will, my love. Helena, adieu, as you on him, Demetrius dote upon you. Awesome.
How happy some or other some can be. Through Athens I am thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He do not know what all but he do know. And, as he errs, doting on Hermia's eyes, so I, admiring of his qualities. Things base and vile, holding no quantity, love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. Ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eyes, he hailed down oaths that he was only mine. And when this hail some heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved, and showers of oaths did melt. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight. Then to the wood will he tomorrow night pursue her. And for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense. But herein I mean to enrich my pain, to have his sight thither and back again.
Worked so hard today.
We were supposed to go.
Why would he tell us?
All I know is that Bottom is supposed to be there, and I haven't seen him in like a week. So I
Oh
really
my
wanna
God,
see-
no one cares.
Hey! Oh, hey! Where's Bottom? I thought you had Bottom.
Do you have Bottom?
No, I told everyone to meet here.
No.
I don't know
thought
where
you
Bottom
guys
is.
did. You have Bottom? No.
Why
isn't he
here?
None of us had to get
supposed
track of
to
Bottom.
know.
You know he was gonna get lost in the woods. I don't know. Is all our company here?
You were best to call them generally, man by man, according to the script.
Masters, here is the paper with every man's name on it, which is thought fit through all of Athens to play an hour interlude before the Duke and the Duchess on his wedding day at night.
First, good Peter Quince, tell us what the play treats upon, then call forth your actors, and so grow to a point.
Mary, it is the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe.
A very good piece of work, I assure you, and a merry. Now, call forth your actors. Masters, spread yourselves.
Nick Bottom, the weaver.
Ready? Name what part I am for and proceed.
You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus.
Pyramus. What is Pyramus? Is he a lover or a tyrant?
A lover who kills himself, most gallant for love.
That will bring some tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move storms. I will condole in some measure. To the rest.
Francis Flute, the bellows
And
mender.
yet my chief humor is that of a tyrant. I could play Heracles rarely, or a part to tear a cat in and move all the rest. The raging rocks and shivering shock shall break the locks of prison gates, and Phoebus's car shall come from far and make and mar the foolish fates.
No.
Don't encourage him.
No.
It's not
No.
worth it.
No. Stop.
This was lofty. Name the rest of the players.
Francis Flute, the bellows mender.
Here, Peter Quince.
You, Flute, must take Thisbe on you.
And what is this be? A wandering knight?
It is the lady that Pyramus must love.
Nay, stay! Let me not play a woman. I have a beer coming in.
That's all one. You shall do it in a mask, and you may speak as small as you will.
And I may hide my face. Let me play Thisbe too. I will put on a monstrous little voice. Thisbe, Thisbe. Oh, Miss my love dear. Thy Thisbe dear and lady dear.
No! You must play Paramus and flute, you Thisbe.
Well, proceed.
Robin Starveling the tailor,
Here, Peter Quince.
you must play Thisbe's mother. Tom Snout the tinker,
Here, Peter Quince.
you Paramus's father, myself Thisbe's father, Snug the joiner, you the lion's part, and I hope you're a playus fitted.
Have you the lion's part written? For if it be, give it to me, for I am slow of study.
You may do it extempore, for it's nothing but roaring.
And let me play the lion too. I will roar, that I will do any man's heart good to hear me. I will roar so the Duke may say, let him roar again. Let him roar again.
And you should do it too terribly. You would fright the Duchess and the ladies. They would shriek, and that were enough to hang us all.
Hang us all, every mother's son.
But I will aggravate my voice so that I will roar as gently as any sucking dove. I will roar you toward any nightingale.
You can play no part but Paramus!
Okay. No, stop.
Come back. You have and he's never going to help us.
God, I'm going to and you know that he's just jealous of your talent. He's always wanted to be just like you.
Pretty bad actors.
Come on.
Well, I will undertake it. What beard best I play it in?
Why, what you will.
Oh, then I will play it in either your straw-colored beard, your orange tawny beard, your purple and grain beard, your French crown-colored beard, or your perfect yellow.
Masters, here is your part. And I am to con you, entreat you, and desire you to con them by tomorrow night, and meet me in the palace wood, a mile without the town, by moonlight. There we may rehearse, for if we do it in the city, we shall be dogged with company and our devices known. In the meantime, I shall drop a bill of property such as our play once. I pray you fail me not.
There we will meet, and we will rehearse most obscenely and courageously. Take pains, be perfect. Adieu.
At the Duke's Oak, we meet.
Enough. Hold or cut bowstrings.
Hey, this isn't. I don't. This isn't how I get home.
No one cares.
How now, spirit? Whither wander you?
Over hill, over dale, through the bush, through the briar, over park, over pale, through the flood, through the fire. I do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon's sphere, and I serve the fairy queen to dew her orbs upon the green. I must go seek some dewdrops here, and hang a pearl in every cowslip's ear. Farewell, thou lob of spirits. I'll be gone. The queen and all her elves come here anon.
Well, the king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed the queen not come within his sight. For Oberon is passing fell in wrath, that she, as her attendant, hath a lovely boy stolen from an Indian king. She never had so sweet a changeling. And Oberon would have the boy knight of his train and trace the forests wild. But she, perforce, withholds the loved boy, crowns him with flowers, and makes him all her joy. So now they never meet, in grove or green, by fountain clear or starlight sheen, but they do square, that all the fairies, for fear, creep into acorn cups and hide them there. Ah!
Either I mistake your shape and making white, or else you are that shrewd and knavish sprite called Robin Goodfellow. Are not you he that frights the maidens of the villagery, and sometime make the drink to bear no barm, mislead night wanderers, laughing at their harm? Those that hobgoblin call you, and sweet puck, you do their work, and they shall have good luck. Are not you he?
Thou speakest aright. I am that merry wanderer of the night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile, when I, fat and bean-fed horse beguile, neighing in likeness of a filly foal. And sometimes lurk I in a gossip's bowl, in very likeness of a roasted crab. And when she drinks, against her lips I bob, and on her with a dewlap pour the ale. Oh, the wisest aunt telling the saddest tale. Sometime for 3-foot stool mistaketh me. Then slip I from her bum. A down top where she a tailor cries and falls into a cough. But room fairy, here comes Oberon.
And here my mistress, would that he were gone.
Ill met by moonlight, proud Titania.
What? Jealous Oberon. Fairies, skip hints. I have forsworn his bed and company.
Tarry, rash wanton, and not I thy lord.
Then I must be thy lady. But I know when thou hast stolen out of fairyland, and in the shape of Corin sat all day playing on pipes of corn and versing love to amorous Philida. Why art thou here? Come from the farthest steppe of India, but forsooth, the bouncing Amazon, thy buskinged mistress and warrior love to Theseus must be wedded. And you come to give their bed joy and prosperity.
How canst thou thus, for shame, Titania, glance at my credit with Hippolyta, knowing I know thy love to Theseus? Oh, didst thou not lead him through the grimmeling night from Perugina, whom he ravished, and make him with fair Agnes break his faith with Ariadna and Antiopa?
These are the forgeries of jealousy. And never since the midsummer spring met we on hill, in dale, forest, or mead, by paved fountain, or by rushy brook, or in the beached margent of the sea, to dance our ringlets to the whistling wind. But that with thy brawls thou hast disturbed our sport. Therefore the winds, piping to us in vain, as in revenge, have sucked up from the sea contagious fogs, which falling in the land have made every pelting river so proud that they have overborne their continents. The human mortals want their winter here. Now is no night with hymn or carol blessed. The moon, governess of the floods, pale in her anger, washes all the air, so that rheumatic diseases do abound. And through this distemperature, we see the seasons alter. The summer, the spring, the childing autumn, angry winter change their wanton liveries, so that the mazed world by their increase knows not which is which. And this same progeny of evils comes from our debate, from our dissension. We are their parents and originals.
Do you amend it then? It lies in you. Why should Titania cross her Oberon? I do but beg a little changeling boy to be my henchman.
Set your heart at rest. The fairyland buys not the boy of me. His mother was a votress of my order, and in the spiced Indian air by night, full often hath she gossiped by my side on Neptune's yellow sands. But she being mortal, of this boy did die, and for her sake do I raise up the boy, and for her sake I will not part with him.
How long within the wood intend you stay?
Perchance till after Theseus's wedding day. But if you will patiently join our rounds and see our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, then shun me, and I will spare your haunts.
Give me that boy, and I will go with thee.
Not for thy fairy kingdom. Fairies away! We shall chide down right if I longer stay.
Go thy ways. But thou shalt not from this grove till I torment thee for this injury. Gentle Puck, come hither. Thou rememberest since once I sat upon a promontory and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back, uttering such dulcet and harmonious breath that the rude sea grew civil with her song, and certain stars shot madly from their spheres to hear the sea maid's music.
I remember.
That very time I saw, but thou couldst not, flying between the cold moon and the earth, Cupid all armed. Yes, in a certain aim he took at a fair vestal, enthroned it in the west, and loosed his love shaft smartly from his bow as it should pierce 100,000 hearts. But I might see young Cupid's fiery shaft quenched in the chaste beams of the watery moon. And the imperial votress passed on in maiden meditation, fancy-free. Yet marked I where that bolt of Cupid fell. It fell upon a little western flower. Before was milk white, now purple with love's wound. And the maidens, they call it love in idleness. Fetch me that flower. The herb I showed thee once. The juice of it on sleeping eyelids laid will make a man or woman madly dote upon the next live creature that it sees. So fetch me that herb, and be thou here again ere the Leviathan can swim a league.
I'll put a god around the earth in 40 minutes.
Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania, and when she is asleep, drop the liquor of it in her eye. The next thing then she waking looks upon, be it a lion, or a bear, a wolf or a bull, a meddling monkey or a busy ape, she shall pursue it with the soul of love. And ere I take this charm from off her sight, as I can take it with another herb, I'll make her render up her page to me. Who comes here? I am invisible, but I will overhear their conference.
I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? The one I'll slay, the other slayeth me. Thou toldst me they were stolen into this wood, and here I am, wooed within this wood, because I cannot meet my Hermia. Hence get thee gone and follow me no more.
You draw me, you hard-hearted adamant, but yet you draw not iron, for my heart is as true as steel. Leave you your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you.
Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair? Or rather, do I not in plainest truth tell you I do not, nor I cannot love you?
And even for that do I love you the more. I am your spaniel, and, Demetrius, the more you beat me, I will fawn on you. Use me but as your spaniel. Spurn me, strike me, neglect me, lose me. Only give me leave, unworthy as I am, to follow you. What worser place can I beg of your love? And yet, it's still a place of high respect in me than to be used as you use your
Tempt
dog.
not the hatred of my spirit, for I'm sick when I look on thee.
And I am sick when I look not on you.
You do impeach your modesty too much to commit yourself into the hands of one who loves you not.
Your virtue is my privilege. For that, it is not night when I do see your face, and therefore I think I am not in the night. Nor doth this wood lack worlds of company, for you, in my respect, are all the world. Then how can it be said that I am alone when all the world is here to look on me?
I'll run from thee and hide me in the woods and lead you to the mercy of wild beasts.
The wildest hath not such a heart as you. Run when you will.
I'll not stay thy questions. Let me go. Or, if thou intends to follow me, do not believe, but I will do thee mischief in the wood.
In the temple, the town, the field, you do me mischief. Fie, Demetrius. Your wrongs do set a scandal on my sex. We cannot fight for love as men may do. We should be wooed, and we are not meant to woo.
Oh!
I'll follow thee, and make a heaven of hell, to die upon the hand I love so well.
Fare thee well, nymph. But ere he do leave this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Hast thou the flower there? Welcome, wanderer.
Aye, there it is.
Prithee, give it me. I know a bank where the wild thyme blows, where oxlips and the nodding violet grows quite o'er-canopied with luscious woodbines, with sweet musk roses and eglantine. And there sleeps Titania some time of the night, lulled with these flowers in dances and delights. And there the snake throws her enameled skin. It's a weed wide enough to wrap a fairy in. And with the juice of this, I'll streak her eyes and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take thou some of it, and seek through the grove. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it when the next thing he espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know the man by the Athenian garments he hath on. Effect it with some care, that he may prove more fond on her than she upon her love. And look thou meet me ere the first cock crows.
Oh, fear not, my lord. Your servant shall do so.
Come now, a roundel and a fairy song. Then sing me to sleep, then to thy offices, and let me rest.
You spotted snakes with double tongue, thorny hedgehogs be not seen, newts and blind worms do no wrong. Come not near our fairy queen, Philomel with melody, singing our sweet lullaby. La 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 lullaby. La 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 lullaby. Never harm Come, my lovely lady night, so good night with lullaby.
Hence, away. Now all is well. One aloof stands sentinel.
What thou seest when thou dost wake, do it for thy true love take. Love and languish for his sake, be it a mouse or a cat or a bear, a pard or a boar with bristle hair. In thine eye that shall appear when thou wakest, it is thy dear. Awake when some vile thing is near.
Okay. Oh, no. Fair, love, you faint with wandering in the wood, and to speak truth, I've forgot our way. Well, rest us here, gentle Hermia, if you think good, and tarry for the comfort of the day.
Be it so, Lysander. Find you out of bed, for I upon this bank shall rest my head.
One turf shall serve as a pillow for us both. One heart, one bed, two bosoms, one drop.
Nay, good Lysander, for my sake, my dear, lie further off yet. Do not lie so near.
Oh, take the sense, sweet, of my innocence. Love makes the meeting in love's conference. What I mean is that my heart unto yours is knit, so that by one heart we can make of it two bosoms interchained in an oath, so then two bosoms in a single troth. Then, by your side, no bedroom me deny. For lying so, Hermia, I do not lie.
Lysander riddles very prettily, but gentle friend, for love and courtesy, lie further off in human modesty. Such separation, as may well be said, becomes a virtuous bachelor and a maid.
Here is my... Oh my gosh. You got to be here? You're gonna kill me. Here? Here is my bed. May sleep give thee all his rest.
With half that wish, the wisher's eyes be pressed.
Through the forest have I gone, but Athenian found I none, on whose eyes I might approve this flower's force and stirring love. Night and silence! But who is here? Weeds of Athens he doth wear. This is he my master said despised the Athenian maid. And here the maiden, sleeping sound on the dank and dirty ground. Pretty soul, she durst not lie near this lack love, this kill courtesy. Churl, upon thine eyes I throw all the power this charm doth owe. When thou wakest, let love forbid sleep his seat on thy eyelid. So awake when I am gone, for I must now to Oberon.
Stay, thou thou to kill me, sweet Demetrius!
Charge thee hence, and do not haunt me thus!
Oh, wilt thou darkling leave me? Do not so!
Stay, on thy peril, I alone will go.
I am out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Oh. Happy is Hermia, wheresoe'er she lies. for she hath blessed and attractive eyes. How came her eyes so bright? Not with salt tears. If so, my eyes are oftener washed than hers. No. I am as ugly as a bear. For beasts that meet me run away for fear. Oh, but who is here? Lysander, on the ground, dead or asleep? I see no wound, no blood. Lysander, if you live, good sir, awake.
And run through fire I will for thy sweet sake. Transparent Helena, nature shows art, and through thy bosom I see thy heart.
Where is Demetrius? Oh, how fit a word is that vile name to perish on my sword.
Oh, do not say so, Lysander, say not so. What though he love your Hermia? Lord, what though? And yet she still loves you. Then be content.
Content with Hermia? No, I do repent the tedious minutes with her have I spent. It is not Hermia, but Helena I love, who will not change her raven for a dove. The will of man is by his reason swayed, and reason says you are the worthier maid. Things growing aren't ripe until their season, so I, being young till now, are not ripe to reason.
Wherefore was I to this keen mockery born? When at your hands did I deserve this scorn? Is it not enough? Is it not enough, young man, that I did never, no, nor never can deserve a sweet look from Demetrius's eyes, but you must fill out my insufficiency? Good troth you do me wrong, good sooth you do, in such disdainful manner me to woo. But fare you well. Oh, perforce, I must confess, I thought you lord of more true gentleness. Oh, that a lady of one man refused should of another therefore be abused.
She sees not Hermia. Hermia, sleep thou there, and never mayest come Lysander near. Thou surfeit of my sweetest things, the deepest loathing to the stomach brings. So thou, my surfeit and my heresy, of all be hated, but the most of me. And all my power to address her love and might, to honor Helen and to be her knight.
Help me, Lysander, help me. Do thy best to pluck this crawling serpent from my breast. Ay, me for pity. What a dream was here. Lysander, look how I do quake with fear. Methought a serpent ate my heart away, and you sat smiling at his cruel prey. Lysander? What? Removed? Lysander, Lord, what? Out of hearing? Gone? No sound, no word? Alack, where are you? Speak, and if you hear, speak. Of all loves I swoon almost with fear. No? Then I well perceive you are not nigh. Either death or you I'll find immediately.
You had the spot picked out.
Go this way. Wait, he said tree, right?
Then
On
why
the map,
did you
he said
pick it?
big tree.
Because I didn't want anybody to see us.
Oh, we lost
We could have
Snout
picked
now.
like a back alley.
We lost Snout.
No,
Where
the
is
wood's the
behind
best
us?
place.
Wait,
You guys
where
know
is
where we
Bottom?
are.
Oh, they're right there.
I don't know where he
Oh my
went.
goodness, we got lost.
I don't know where I
Nice
am.
and snug.
They're not helpful at all.
No, they usually are.
Oh! Hey, we're there! Friend.
Are we all met?
Pat, and here's a marvelous convenient place for our rehearsal. This green acre shall be our stage, that hawthorn brake shall be our tiring house, and we will do it in action as we will do it before the Duke. Peter quits.
What sayest thou, Bully Bottom? There are some things in this comedy of Pyramus and Thisbe that will never please. First, Pyramus must draw a sword and kill himself, which the ladies could never abide. How answer you that?
By our lark in perilous fear.
I believe we must leave the killing out when all is done.
Not of it. I have a device to make all well. Write me a prologue. And let this prologue seem to say that we we will do no harm with our swords, and that Pyramus is not killed indeed. And, for better assurance, let them know that I, Pyramus, am not actually Pyramus, but Bottom the Weaver. This will put them out of fear.
Well, fine. We'll have such a prologue, and it shall be written in 8 and 6.
Oh, no. Make it 2 more. Let it be written in 8 and 8.
Will not the ladies be afeared of the lion?
I fear it, I promise you.
Masters, we ought to consider with ourselves to bring in God shield us, a lion amongst ladies is a most dreadful thing. For there is no more fearful wildfowl than your lion living, and we ought to look to it.
Therefore, another prologue must be written to tell that he is not the lion.
Nay, he must name his name, and half of his face must be seen through the lion's mask, and he himself must speak through the mask, saying thus, or to the same effect, ladies, or fair ladies, I would wish you, or I would request you, or I would entreat you not to fear, not to tremble. My life is yours. If you think I come hither as a lion, it were a pity on my life. No, I am no such thing. I am a man, as other men are. And there, indeed, he will state plainly that he is your snug the
lion.
Snug the joiner. It's Snug the joiner.
Well, it shall be so. But there is 2 hard things. That is to bring moonlight into the chamber. For Pyramus and Thisbe, met by moonlight.
Doth the moon shine that night we play our play?
Look in the calendar. Look in the calendar.
Do you
Find out
have a
moonshine.
calendar?
Find out moonshine.
I don't have a calendar. Where's your calendar?
Yes, it doth shine that night.
Well, then, we must leave the casement of the great chamber window open, and there the moon may shine in through the casement.
Aye. Or else one must come in with a lantern and a bushel of thorns and say he comes to disfigure or present the person of moonshine.
Moonshine.
There is another thing. We must have a wall in the great chamber, for Pyramus and Thisbe, says the story, did speak through the chink of a wall.
You can never bring in a wall. What say you, Bottom?
Some man or other must present wall. And he must have some plaster or some loam or some rough cast about him to signify wall. Or he must hold his fingers thus, and through this cranny shall Pyramus and Thisbe whisper.
Well, if that may be so, then all's well. Come, sit down, every mother's son, and rehearse your parts. Pyramus, you begin. When you've spoken your speech, enter to that break, and so everyone according to his cue.
What hempen homespuns have we swaggering here, so near the cradle of the fairy queen?
I can't read.
What? A play toward? I'll be an auditor. An actor too, perhaps, if I see cause.
Speak, Pyramus. Thisbe, stand forth.
Thisbe, the flowers of odious savor sweet.
Odors, not odious.
Odors, savor sweet. So hath thy breath, my dearest Thisbe dear. But hark, a voice. Now will I to the chink, and by to thee I will appear.
Well, stranger Pyramus than e'er played here.
Oh, must I speak now?
Aye, Mary, must you. For you must understand he goes but to see a noise he has heard and is to come again.
Okay.
Most radiant Pyramus, most lily white of hue, of rose like on triumphant pyre, most frisky, juvenile, and eke most lovely dew, as truest horse that yet would never tire. I'll meet thee, Pyramus, at Ninny's tomb.
Ninna's tomb! Ninna's tomb! You must not speak that yet. That you answer to Pyramus. You speak your part all at once, cues and all. Pyramus, enter. Your cue
fire!
As true as horse, that yet was ever.
If I were fair Thisbe, if I were only thine.
Oh, monstrous! Oh, strange! We are haunted. Pray, masters. Fly, masters, help!
I'll follow you. I'll lead you but around, through bog, through bush, through brake, through briar. Sometime a horse I'll be, sometime a hound, a hog, a headless bear, sometime a fire. And neigh, and bark, and grunt, and roar, and burn. Like horse, hound, hog, bear, fire. At every turn.
Oh God, if thou art changed, what do I see on thee?
What do you see? See an asshead of your own, do you?
Ow!
Oh, bless thee, bottom, bless thee! Thou art translated! Ah! Ow! 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 Ow!
Why do they run away? I see their knavery. This is to make an ass of me, to fright me if they could. But I will not stir. Do what they can. I will walk up and down here, and I will sing so that they shall hear. I am not afraid. The ozel cock so black of hue with orange and tawny bill, the thrall so with his notes so true, the run with little quill.
What angel wakes me from my flowery bed?
The finch, the sparrow, and the lark, the plain song cuckoo gray, whose note full many a man doth mark, who dare not answer nay. For indeed, who would trust his wit to so foolish a bird? Who would give the bird a lie, who cry, cuckoo, never so?
I pray thee, gentle mortal, sing again. Mine ear is much enamored of thy note, so is mine eye enthralled by thy shape, and my fair virtue's force perforce doth move me upon first view to say, to swear, I love thee.
Oh, methinks, mistress, you should have little reason for that, and yet reason and love share so little company nowadays. The more the pity the honest neighbors does not make them friends. Nay, I can glink upon the occasion.
Thou art as wise as thou art beautiful.
Not so neither, but if I have wit enough to get out of these woods, I have wit enough to serve mine own turn.
Out of these woods do not desire to go. Thou shalt remain, whether thou wilt or no. I am a spirit of no common rate. The summer still doth tend upon my state, and I love thee, so stay with me. I shall have fairies attend on thee, and they shall fetch thee jewels from the deep, and sing while thou on pressed flowers dost sleep. And I shall purge thy mortal grossness so that like an airy spirit thou wilt go. Peace blossom!
Ready!
Cobweb!
And I.
Moth!
And I.
Mustard seed.
And I. Where shall
Go.
Be kind and courteous to this gentleman. Hop in his walks, gambol in his eyes. Feed him on apricots and dewberries, on purple grapes, green figs, and mulberries. The honey bags steal from the humble bees, and for night tapers crop their waxen thighs and light them at the fiery glowworm's eyes, to have my love, to bed and to arise.
Hail, mortal.
I beseech your worship's mercy. I beseech your worship's name.
Cobweb.
I desire you of more acquaintance, good Master Cobweb. If I cut my finger, I shall make bold of you. Your name, honest gentleman?
Peace Blossom.
Oh, I pray you, commend me to Mistress Squash, your mother, and Master Peascod, your father. I shall desire you of more acquaintance, too. Your name, honest gentleman?
Mustard seed.
Oh, mustard seed. I know your patience well. Many a cowardly giant like Oxbeath hath devoured many a gentleman of your house. I promise you, your kindred hath made my eye water ere now. I desire you of more acquaintance, good Master Mustard Seed.
Come, wait upon him, lead him to my bower. The moon, methinks, looks with a watery eye, and when she weeps, weeps every little flower, lamenting some enforced chastity. Tie up my love's tongue and bring him silently.
I wonder if Titania be awake, and what it was that first came in her sight that she must dote on in extremity. There comes my messenger. How now, mad spirit? What night rules now about this haunted grove?
My mistress with a monster is in love. Near to her close and consecrated bower, while she was in her dull and sleeping hour, a crew of patches, rude mechanicals that work for bread upon Athenian stalls, were met together to rehearse a play intended for great Theseus' nuptial day. The shallowest thick-skin of that sort, who Pyramus presented in their sport, forsook his scene and entered in a break. When I did him at this advantage take, an ass's knoll I fix it on his head. Anon, his Thisbe must be answered, and forth my mimic comes. When they him spy, like geese at the creeping fowler eye, or rusticated shows many in sort, rising and cawing at the gun's report, sever themselves and madly sweep the sky, and so at his sight, away his fellows fly! I led them on in this distracted fear, and left sweet Pyramus translated there. When in that moment, so it came to pass, Titania waked, and straightway loved an ass.
This falls out better than I could devise. But hast thou yet latched the Athenian's eyes with the love juice as I bid thee do?
Oh, I took him sleeping, that is done too, and the Athenian woman by his side, that, when he waked, of force she must be eyed.
Stand close, this is that same Athenian?
This be the woman, but not this the man.
Oh, why rebuke you him that loves you so? Lay breath so bitter on your bitter foe.
Now I but chide, but I should use thee worse, for thou, I fear, hast given me cause to curse, if thou hast slain Lysander in his sleep, being o'er shoes in blood, plunge in the deep and kill me too. The sun was not so true unto this day as he to me. Would he have stolen away from sleeping Hermia? It cannot be, but thou hast murdered him. So should a murderer look, so dead, so grim.
And so should the murdered look, and so should I, pierced to the heart by your stern cruelty. Yet you, the murderer, look as bright, as clear as yonder Venus in her glimmering sphere.
What's this to my Lysander? Where is he? Good Demetrius, wilt thou give him me?
I'd rather give his carcass to my hounds.
Out, dog, out, cur! Thou drivest me past the bounds of maiden's patience! Hast thou slain him then? Thenceforth be never numbered among men. Oh, once tell true. Tell true, even for my sake. Durst thou looked upon him being awake, and hast thou killed him sleeping?
Spend your passion on misprized mood. I'm not guilty of Lysander's blood, nor is he dead for aught that I can tell.
I pray thee, tell me then that he is well.
And if I could, what would I get therefore?
A privilege, never to see me more.
Oh! There is no following her in this fierce vein. Here, therefore, for a while, I will remain. So sorrow's heaviness doth heavier grow, for debt that bankrupt sleep doth sorrows owe, which now in some measure it will pay, if for his cinder here I may stay.
What hast thou done? Thou hast mistaken quite, and laid the love juice on some true love sight. Of thy misprison must perforce ensue. Some true love is turned, and not a false turned true.
The fate rules that one man holding troth, a million fail, confounding oath on oath.
Through the wood, go swifter than the wind, and Helena of Athens, look thou find. Oh, fancy sick is she, and pale of cheer, with sighs of love that cost that fresh blood dear. By some illusion, look thou, bring her here. Now charm his eyes against she do appear.
I go, look how I go, swifter than the arrow on Tartar's bow.
Flower of this purple dye, hit with Cupid's archery, sink in the apple of his eye. When his love he doth espy, let her shine as gloriously as the Venus of the sky. When thou wakest, if she be by, you beg of her for remedy.
Captain of our ferry band, Helena is here at hand, and the youth stuck by me, pleading for a lover's fee. Shall we their fond pageant see? Lord, what fools these mortals be.
Stand aside, the noise they make will cause Demetrius to awake.
Then will two at once woo one. Oh, that must needs be sport alone, and those things do best please me, that befall preposterously.
Why do you think that I woo in scorn? Scorn and derision never come in tears. Look, when I vow, I weep, and vow so born. In their nativity, all truth appears. Why do these things seem scorn to you, bearing the badge of faith to prove them true?
You do advance your cunnings more and more. Oh, when truth kills truth, oh, devilish holy fray, these vows are Hermia's. Will you give her o'er? Weigh oath with oath, and you will nothing weigh. These vows to her and me, put in two scales, will even weigh, and both as light as tails.
I had no judgment when to her I swore.
Nor none in my mind, now you give her o'er.
Demetrius loves her, and he loves not you.
Oh, Helena! Goddess, nymph, perfect, divine. To what, my love, shall I compare thine eye? Crystal is muddy. Oh, how ripe and show thy lips, those kissing cherries tempting grow, that pure congeal white high Taurus snow, fanned with an eastern wind, when thou holdst up thy hand. Oh, let me kiss this princess of pure white to the seal of bliss.
Oh, spite! Oh, hell! I see. You all are bent to set against me for your merriment. Oh, if you were civil and knew courtesy, you would not do me thus much injury. Can you not hate me as I know you do, but you must join in souls to mock me too? If you were men, as men you are in show, you would not use a gentle lady so to vow and swear and super praise my parts when I am sure you hate me with your hearts. Oh, you two are rivals and love Hermia. And now rivals to mock Helena. Oh, a trim exploit, a manly enterprise to conjure tears up in a poor maid's eyes with your derision. None of noble sort would so offend a virgin and extort a poor soul's patience all to make your sport.
You are unkind, Demetrius. Be not so, for you love Hermia. This you know, I know. And with all my goodwill and all my heart, of Hermia's love, I yield you up my part. And yours of Helen, to meet bequeath, whom I do love and will do till my death.
Never did mockers waste such idle breath.
Lysander, keep thy Hermia. I will none. If ever I loved her, all that love is gone. My heart to her but as guestwise sojourned, and now to Helen it is home returned, there to remain.
Helen, it is not so.
Disparage not the faith thou dost not know, lest to thy peril thou abide, dear. Look where thy love comes, yonder is thy dear.
Dark night, that from the eye his function takes, the ear more quick of apprehension makes, wherein it doth impair the seeing sense, it pays the hearing double recompense. Thou art not by mine eye, Lysander, found. My ear, I thank it, led me to thy sound. But why unkindly didst thou leave me so?
Why should he stay whom love doth press to go?
What love could press Lysander from my side?
Why, Lysander's love, that would not let him bide. O Helena, who more engilds the night than all yon fiery O's and eyes of light. Why dost thou follow me? Can't this make thee know the hate I bear thee made me leave thee so?
You speak not as you think. It cannot be.
Lo! She is one of this confederacy. Oh, now I perceive you have conjoined all three to fashion this false sport in spite of me. Injurious Hermia, most ungrateful maid, have you conspired? Have you with these contrived to bait me with this foul derision? Is all the counsel we two have shared, the sisters' vows, the hours we have spent when we have chid the hasty-footed time for parting us, is all forgot? The school days' friendship, the childhood innocence. It is not friendly. 'Tis not maidenly. Our sex, as well as I, may chide you for it, but I alone do feel the injury.
I am amazed by your passionate words. I scorn you not. It seems you scorn me.
Have you not set Lysander as in scorn to follow me and praise my eyes and face, oh, and made your other love Demetrius, who even but now did spurn me with his foot to call me goddess, nymph, divine, rare, precious, celestial? Oh, wherefore speaks he this to her he hates? And wherefore doth Lysander deny your love so rich within his soul, and tender me, forsooth, affection, but by your setting on, by your consent?
I understand not what you mean by this.
I do! Persevere, counterfeit sad looks, make mouths upon me when I turn my back, wink each at other, hold the sweet jest up. This sport, well carried, shall be chronicled. If you had any pity, grace, or manners, you would not make me such an argument. But fare ye well. 'Tis partly my own fault, which death or absence soon shall remedy.
No! Stay, gentle Helena, hear my excuse. My love, my life, my soul, fair Helena.
Oh, excellent!
Sweet, do not scorn her so.
If she cannot entreat, I can compel.
Thou canst compel no more than she can entreat. Thy threats are as strong as her weak prayers. Helena, I love thee by my life, I do. I swear by that which I lose for thee. Every false that says I love thee not.
I say I love thee more than he can do.
Oh, withdraw and prove it too.
Lysander,
Quit, come.
Where to tends all this?
Away!
No, he'll seem to break loose, take on as you follow, but never come. You are a tame man. Go!
Hang off! Thou cat, thou burr, let loose from me, I will shake thee from me like a serpent.
Why are you grown so rude? What changes this sweet love?
Thy love? Out, tawny tartar, out! Oh, loathed medicine, oh, hated potion, out!
Do you not jest?
Yes, sooth, and so do you.
Demetrius, I will keep my word with thee.
I would I had your bond, for I perceive a weaker bond holds you. I'll not trust your word.
What? You would have me hurt her? Strike her? Kill her dead? Although I hate her, I will not harm her so.
What, can you do me greater harm than hate? Hate me? Wherefore, oh me, what news, my love? Are you not Lysander? Am I not Hermia?
I, by my life, I never did desire to see thee more. So we out of hope, of question, of doubt, be certain, 'tis no jest, nothing truer, that I hate thee and love Helena.
Oh, me. You juggler! You can't blossom, you thief of love! What? Have you come by night and stolen my love's heart from him?
Fine, faith! Have you no modesty, no maiden shame, no touch of bashfulness? What? Will you tear impatient answers from my gentle tongue? Fie! Fie, you counterfeit! You puppet, you!
Puppet? Why so? That way goes the game. Now I perceive that she hath made compare between our statures. She hath urged her height, and with her personage, her tall personage, her height forsooth, she hath prevailed with him. And are you grown so high in his esteem because I am so dwarfish and so low? How low am I, thou painted maypole? Speak! How low am I? I am not yet so low but that my nails can reach unto thine eyes.
I pray you, though you mock me, gentlemen, let her not hurt me. I was never cursed. I am a right maid for my cowardice. I have no gift at all in truishness. Let her not hurt me. You may perhaps think because she is something lower than myself that I can match her.
Lower, hark again.
Hermia, do not be so bitter with me. I evermore did keep your counsels, never wrong you. So scratch that. In love unto Demetrius, I told him of your stealth into this wood. He followed you, and for love I followed him. But he hath chid me hence, and threatened to spurn me, strike me, nay, to kill me too. And now, so you will let me quiet go to Athens, I will bear my folly back, and follow you no further. Let me go. You see how simple and how fond I am.
Why get you gone? Who is it that hinders you?
A foolish heart that I leave here behind.
What, with Lysander?
With Demetrius.
Be not afraid, Helena. She shall not harm thee.
No, sir, but you shall take her part.
Oh, when she is angry, she is keen and shrewd. She was a vixen when she went to school. And though she be but little, she is fierce.
Little, again, nothing but low and little. Why will you suffer her to flout me thus? Let me come to her.
Get God, you dwarf, you minimus of hindering not grass maid, you court.
You are too officious in her behalf that scorns your services. Let her alone. Speak not of Helena, take not her part, for if thou dost intend never so little show of love to her, thou shalt abide it.
Now she holds me not. Follow if thou darest, to try whose right of thine or mine is most in Helena.
Follow? Nay, I will go with thee, cheek by jowl.
You, mistress, all this coil is long of you. Nay, go not back.
I will not trust you. I nor longer will stay in your cursed company. Your hands than mine are quicker for fray. My legs are longer, though, to run away.
I'm mazed and know not what to say.
It's funny because she's short.
This is thy negligence. Still thou mistakest, or else commits thy knaveries willfully.
Late me, King of Shadows, I mistook. Was not you that told me I should know the man by the Athenian garments he had on? Oh, and so far, blameless proves my enterprise, as I have anointed an Athenian's eyes, and so far am I glad it so did sort, as this there jangling I esteem a sport.
Thou seest these lovers seek a place to fight. I, therefore, Robin, overcast the night, the starry welkin cover thee anon with drooping fog, as black as Acheron, and lead these testy rivals so astray that one comes not within the other's way. Like to Lysander, sometime frame thy tongue, and stir Demetrius up with bitter wrong, and look, rail thou sometime like Demetrius, and from each other look thou lead them thus, till over their brows death counterfeiting sleep with leaden leg and batty wing doth creep, and then crush this herb into Lysander's eyes, whose liquor hath this virtuous property, to take from thence all error with its might, and make his eyeballs roll with wanton sight, that when they wake, all this derision shall seem a dream and fruitless vision. And then back to Athens shall these lovers wend, with league whose date till death shall never end. Whilst I in this affair do thee thus employ, I'll to my queen and beg her Indian boy, and then I will her charmed sight release from this monster's view, and all things shall be peace.
Fairy lord, this must be done with haste. For night swift dragons cut the clouds fast, and yonder shines Aurora's harbinger, at whose approach ghosts wandering here and there troop home to churchyards.
Oh, but we are spirits of another sort. Oh, I with the morning's love have oft made sport, and like a forester the groves may tread, even to the eastern gate, all fiery red, and opening on Neptune with fair blessed beams, turned to yellow gold his salt green streams. But notwithstanding, haste, make no delay. We may effect this business yet ere day.
Up and down. Up and down. I will lead them up and down. I am feared in field and town. Goblin! Lead them up and down! Here comes one.
Where art thou, proud Demetrius? Oh! Speak thou now.
Here, villain, drawn and...
Where art thou?
I will be with thee straight.
Follow me then to plainer ground.
Lysander, speak again. Thou run away, thou coward? Art thou fled? Speak in some bush. Oh! Don't! Oh! Where else thou hide thy head?
Art thou bragging to the stars, telling the bushes that thou wast for war?
Come, recreant, come now, child, I'll whip thee with a rod. He is defiled that draws a sword on thee.
Yea, art thou there?
We'll try no manner here.
He goes before me and still he dares me on. Ah, when I come where he calls, then he is gone. The villain is much lighter heeled than I. Fast did I follow, but fast he did fly. Fallen am I, dark uneven way. Rest will I hear. Come, thou gentle day, for if but once thou show me thy grey light, I'll find Demetrius and revenge this spite.
Oh, coward, why comest thou not?
Abide. For when I walk, thou runs before me, shifting every place. It does not stand nor look me in the face. Where art thou now?
Come, hither, I am here.
Nay, thou mockst me. Thou shalt abide this year, ever I thy face by daylight see. Now go thy way.
Oh, faintness constraineth me to measure up my length on this cold bed. Thy days of first sleep to be.
Weary night! Oh, long and tedious night! Abate thy hours! Shine comforts from the east, that I may back to Athens by daylight from these that my poor company detest. And sleep which sometimes shuts up sorrow's eye. Steal me a while from mine own company.
Yet but 3. Oh, come, one more. 2 of both kinds make up 4. Here she comes, cursed and sad. Cupid is a knavish lad to make poor females mad.
Never so weary, never so in woe, bedabbled with the dew and torn with briars. I can no further crawl, no further go. My legs can keep no pace with my desires. I will rest me here till break of day. Heavens shield Lysander if they mean a fray.
On the ground sleep sound. I'll apply to your eye, gentle lover, remedy. When thou wakest, thou takest true delight in the sight of thy former lady's eye. And the country proverb known that every man should take his own in your waking shall be shown. Jack shall have Jill, naught shall go ill. The man will have his mare again, and all shall be well.
Come sit upon this flowery bed, while I thy amiable cheeks do coil, and stick musk roses in thy sleek, smooth head, and kiss thy fair, large ears, my gentle joy.
Where's Peas Blossom?
Ready.
Scratch my head, Peas Blossom. Where's Monsieur Cobweb?
Ready.
Good, Monsieur. Get your weapons about you and fetch me a red-hipped humblebee on top of a thistle. And, good Monsieur, bring me the honey bag. Do not fret yourself too much in the action, Monsieur, but do take care not to pop the honey bag. I would loathe to have you overflow with a honey bag, Signor. Where's Master Mustard Seed?
Ready.
Give me your niece, Master Mustard Seed. I pray your courtesy.
What's your will?
Nothing, good Monsieur, but to help Cavalry Peas Blossom to scratch. I must to the barber soon, for methinks I am a marvel's hairy around the face, and as I am such a tender ass, if my hair do but tickle me, I must scratch.
What, would you like to hear some music, my sweet love?
I have a reasonable good ear in music. Let's have the tongs and the bones.
Or say, sweet love, what thou desirest to eat.
Methinks I have a desire for a bottle of hay. Good hay, sweet hay hath no fellow.
I have a venturous fairy who shall seek out the squirrel's hoard and fetch thee new nuts.
I would rather have a handful or 2 of dried peas, but I pray you let none of your people disturb me. I have an exposition of sleep come upon me.
Oh, sleep thou, and I will wind thee in my arms. Fairies, be gone, and be always away. So the woodbine, the sweet honeysuckle gently entwist, the lady ivy so enrings the barky fingers of the elm. Oh, how I love thee, how I dote on thee.
Welcome, good Robin. Seest thou this sweet sight? Her dotage now I do begin to pity, for meeting her of late behind the wood, seeking sweet favors for this hateful fool, I did upbraid her and fall out with her. For she, his hairy temples then had rounded with coronets of fresh and fragrant flowers, and the dew, which sometime on the body's wont to swell like round and orient pearls, stood now within the pretty floret's eyes like tears that did their own disgrace bewail. But when I had at my pleasure taunted her, And she, in gentle terms, begged my patience. I then did ask of her Indian child, which straight she gave me, and sent her fairy to bear him to my bower in fairyland. And now I have the boy. I will undo the hateful imperfection of her eyes. And, gentle Puck, take this transformed scalp from off the head of this Athenian swain, that he, waking when these others do, may all to Athens back again repair, and think no more on this night's accidents than is the fierce vexation of a dream. But first, I will release the fairy queen. Be as thou was wont to be, and see as thou was wont to see. Dian's bud or Cupid's flower hath this force and blessed power, and so, my Titania, wake you, my sweet queen?
My Oberon, what visions have I seen? Methought I was enamored of an ass.
There lies your love.
Oh, how came this to pass? Oh, how I do loathe his visage now.
Silence a while. Robin, take off this head. Now, Titania, music call, and strike more dead than common sleep all these 5 that send us.
Music ho, music such as charmeth sleep.
Now when thou wakest with thine own fool's eyes peep.
Sound music. And now, my queen, take hands with me and rock the ground whereon these sleepers be. Now thou and I are new in amity, we will tomorrow midnight solemnly dance at Theseus' house triumphantly. And there shall these pairs of lovers be wedded with Theseus, all in jollity.
Fairy king, attendant Mark, I do hear the morning lark.
Now then, my queen, in silence sad, trip we after the nightshade. That we the globe may compass soon, swifter than the wandering moon.
Come, my love, and in this flight, tell me how it came this night that I sleeping here was found, with these mortals on the ground.
Go, one of you, find out the forester. For now our observation is performed, and since we have the voward of the day, my love shall hear the music of my hounds. Uncouple in the western valley, let them go. Dispatch, I say, and find the forester. We will, fair queen, up to the mountain's top, and mark the musical confusion of hounds and echo in conjunction.
I was with Hercules and Cadmus once, when in the wood of Crete we bade the bear with hounds of Sparta. Never did I hear such gallant chiding, for besides the groves, the skies, the mountains, every region near seemed to assume all one mutual cry. I had never heard such musical a discord, such sweet thunder.
My hounds are bred of the Spartan kind, so flued, so sanded, and their heads are hung with ears that sweep away the morning dew, crook-kneed and dew-lapped, like Thessalian bulls, slow in pursuit, but matched in mouth like bells, each under each. A cry more tunable was never hollowed to, nor cheered with horn in Crete, in Sparta, nor in Thessaly. Judge when you hear. But soft, what nymphs are these?
My lord, this is my daughter here asleep, and this is Lysander. And this is Demetrius, and this Helena, old Nedar's Helena. I wonder if they're being here together.
No doubt they rose up early to observe the rite of May. Hearing our intents, came here in grace of our solemnity. But speak, Aegeus, is not this the day that Hermia should give answer of her choice?
It is, my lord.
Go, bid the huntsmen wake them with their... Good morrow, friends. St. Valentine is past. Begin these woodbirds but to couple now?
Pardon, my lord?
I pray you all, stand up. I know you two are rival enemies. How comes this gentle concord in the world, that hatred is so far from jealousy, to sleep by hate and fear no enmity?
My lord, I shall reply amazedly, half sleeping, half waking, but as yet I swear, I cannot say how I came here. But as I think, and I do speak truth, and now bethink me, and so it is, I came here with Hermia hither. Our intent was to be gone from Athens, where we might, without the peril of Athenian law...
Enough, my lord, you have enough! I beg the law upon his head! They would have stolen away, they would, Demetrius, thereby to have defeated you and me. You of your wife, and me of my consent that she should be your wife.
My lord, fair Helen told me of their stuff, their purpose hither to this wood, and I in fury hither followed them, and fair Helen in fancy followed me. But, my lord, I wot not by what power, but by some power it is. My love for Helena, for Hermia, melted as the snow. Seems to me the remembrance of an idle god, which in my childhood I did dote upon. But all the faith, all the virtue of my heart, and the passion, and the pleasure of mine eyes, only Helena.
Fair lovers, you are fortunately met. Of this discourse we more will hear anon. Aegeus, I will overbear your will, for in the temple by and by with us, these couples shall eternally be knit. And for the morning now as something worn, our purposed hunting shall be set aside. Away with us to Athens, 3 and 3. We'll hold a feast in great solemnity. Come, Hippolyta.
These things seem small and undistinguishable, like far-off mountains turned into clouds.
Methinks I see these things with parted eye when everything seems double.
So methinks. And I have found Demetrius like a jewel, mine own and not mine own.
Are you sure that we are awake? It seems that we yet sleep, we dream. Do not you think that the Duke was here and bid us to follow him?
Yea, and my father.
And Hippolyta.
And he did bid us to join him at the temple.
Why, then we are awake. Let us follow him. And by the way, let us recount this dream.
When my cue comes, call me, and I shall answer. The next is the most fair Pyramus. Hey ho, Peter Quince, flute, the bellows mender, snout the tinker, Starfling. Oh. God's my life, stolen hence and left me asleep. I have had a most rare vision. I have had a dream. Past the wit of man to say what dream it was. Man is but an ass if he were to expound this dream. Methought I was. There is no man that can say what. Methought I was. Methought I had. Man is but a patched fool if he were to offer to say what methought I had. Man's eyes cannot hear, nor his ears cannot see. His hand is not able to taste, his tongue to conceive, nor his heart to report what my dream was. I shall have Peter Quince write me a ballad of this dream. It shall be called Bottom's Dream, because it hath no bottom. And I shall sing it at the latter end of the play before the Duke. Peradventure, to make it more gracious, I shall sing it at her death.
What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Have you sent to Bottom's house? Has he come home yet?
He cannot be heard of. Out of doubt, he is translated.
Oh man!
If he come not, then the play is marred. It goes not forward, doth it?
It is not possible. You have not a man in all Athens able to discharge Pyramus, but he.
No, he has simply the best wit of any handicraftsman in Athens.
I am the best person too, and he has a very paramour for a sweet voice.
Oh, you must say paragon. A paramour is, God bless us, a thing of naught. What?
Masters! The Duke is coming from the temple, and with him 2 or 3 more lords and ladies more married. If we had gone further with our sport, we would have been made.
Thus hath he lost 6 pence a day during his life, and he not escaped 6 pence a day during his life, and the Duke had not given him 6 pence a day for playing Pyramus! I'll be hanged! He would have deserved it. 6 pence a day in
Where are these?
Thank God.
Masters, I am to discourse wonders. But ask me not what, for if I tell you, I am not a true Athenian. But I will tell you everything as it fell out.
Let us hear, sweet Bottom.
Not a word of me. All I have to say is the Duke hath dined. Get your apparels together, new strings to your beards, new ribbons to your pumps. Every man look over his part and meet presently at the palace. For the short and the long of it is, our play is preferred. In any case, let Thisbe wear fresh linens, and let not the actor that plays the lion pare his nails, for they shall hang out like lion's claws. And most dear actors, eat no onions or garlic, for we are to utter sweet breath. And I do not doubt to hear them say that it is a sweet comedy.
I have some questions. I've been thinking about how
Where were you?
That's right. You didn't answer any of our questions. I don't understand. In different places.
Get back here.
Tuning you. Stop running.
Tis strange, my Theseus, that these lovers speak of.
More strange than true. I never may believe these antique fables nor these fairy toys. Lovers and madmen have such seething brains, such shaping fantasies that apprehends more than cool reason ever comprehends. The lunatic, the lover, and the poet are of imagination all compact.
But all the story of the night foretold, all their minds transfigured so together, more witness it than fancy's images, and grows into something of great constancy, but howsoever strange and admirable.
Here come the lovers, full of joy and mirth. Joy, gentle friends, joy and fresh days of love accompany your hearts.
More than to us. Waiting in your royal walks, your board, your bed.
Come, what dances, what masks shall we have to wear away this long age of 3 hours between our after supper and bedtime? Where is our usual manager of mirth? What revels are in hand? Is there no play to ease the anguish of a torturing hour? Call Philostrate.
The mighty Theseus.
Say, what abridgment have you for this evening? What mask? What music? How shall we beguile the lazy time, if not with some delight?
There is a brief how many sports are ripe. Make choice to which your highness will see first.
The battle with the centaurs, to be sung by an Athenian eunuch to the harp. Will none of that. That have I told my love and glory of my kinsman Hercules. The riot of the tipsy bacchanals, tearing the Thracian singer in their rage. That is an old device, and it was played when I from Thebes came last a conqueror. The thrice three muses, mourning for the death of learning, late deceased in beggary. That is some satire, keen and critical, not sorting with a nuptial ceremony. A tedious, brief scene of young Pyramus and his love Thisbe. Very tragical mirth. Merry and tragical. Tedious and brief. Well, that is hot ice and wondrous strange snow. How shall we find the concord of this discord?
A play there is, my lord, some 10 words long, which is as brief as I have known a play, but by 10 words, my lord, it is too long, which makes it tedious. For in all the play there is not one word apt, not one player fitted, and tragical, my noble lord, it is, for Pyramus therein doth kill himself, which I must confess, when I saw rehearsed, made mine eyes water. But more merry tears the passion of loud laughter never shed.
What are they that do play it?
Hard-handed men who work in Athens here, who've never labored in their minds until now, and now have toiled away at their unbreathed memories with this same play against your nuptial.
And we will hear it.
No, my noble lord. It's not for you. I have seen it over, and it is nothing in the world, unless you can find sport in their intents, extremely stretched and conned with cruel pains to do you service.
I will hear that play, for never anything can be amiss when simpleness and duty tinder it. Go, bring them in, and take your places, ladies.
I love not to see this retinus overcharged and duty in his service perishing.
My gentle sweet, you shall see no such thing.
He said they can do nothing of this kind.
Well, the kind are we to give them thanks for nothing. Our sport shall be to take what they mistake, and what poor duty cannot do, noble respect takes it in might, not merit. Where I have come, great clerks have proposed to greet me with premeditated welcomes, where I have seen them shiver and look pale, make periods in the midst of sentences, throttle their practiced accent in their fears, and in conclusion dumbly have broke off, not paying me a welcome. Trust me, sweet, out of this silence yet I picked a welcome. And in the modesty of fearful duty I read as much as from the rattling tongue of saucy and audacious eloquence. Love, therefore, and tongue-tied simplicity, and least speak most to my capacity.
So it please your grace, the prologue is addressed.
Let him approach.
If we offend, it is with our goodwill. Oh, thank you. That you should think we come not to offend, but with goodwill, to show our skill. That is the true beginning of our end. Consider then, we come in despite. We do not come as minding to please you, our true intent is, all for your delight, we are not here. That you should here repent you, the actors, are at hand, and by their show you shall know all that you are like to know.
This fellow doth not stand upon points.
He hath read the prologue like a rough poet, not knowing the stops. A good moral, my lord. It is not enough to speak, but to speak truth.
Indeed, he hath played on this prologue like a child on a recorder. 'Tis a sound, but not in government.
His speech was like a tangled chain, nothing impaired, but all discordant. Who is next?
make all things plain, this man is Pyramus, if you would know. This beauteous lady, Thisbe, is certain. This man with lime and rough stone doth present wall, that vile wall which did these lovers sunder. And through walls chink poor souls the architect to whisper at the wits let no man wonder. This man with lantern dog and bush of thorn presented moonlight. For if you will know, by moonlight did these lovers think no scorn to meet at Ninnis' tomb there to woo. This grisly beast, which Lion hight by name, the trusty Thisbe, coming first by night, did scare away, or rather did affright. And as she fled, her mantle did she fall, which Lion vile with bloody mouth did stain. Anon comes Pyramus, sweet youth and tall, and finds his trusty Thisbe's mantle slain. Whereat with bloody blade, he bravely broached his boiling bloody breast, and Thisbe, tearing in mulberry shade, his dagger drew and died. For all the rest, let Lion, Moonshine, Wall, and lovers twain at large discourse while they do here remain.
I wonder if the lion be to speak.
No wonder, my lord. One lion may when many asses do.
In this same interlude it doth befell that I one snout by name present a wall, and such a wall as I would have you think had in it a crannied hole or chink, through which the lovers Pyramus and Thisbe did whisper often, very secretly. This loam, this rough cast, this stone doth show that I am that same wall. The truth is so, and this cranny right and sinister, through which the lovers did whisper.
Would you desire lime and hair to speak better?
It is the wittiest partition I've ever heard discourse, my lord.
Pyramus draws near the wall. Silence.
Oh, grim-looked night. Oh, night with hue so black. Oh, night whichever art when day is not. Oh, night, oh, night. Alack, alack, alack. I fear my Thisbe's promises forgot. And oh, wall, oh, sweet, oh, lovely wall, that standest between her father's ground and mine. Oh, wall, oh, sweet, oh, lovely wall, show me thy chink to blink through with mine eye. Thanks, courteous wall. Jove shield thee well for this. And what do I see? No Thisbe do I see. Oh, wicked wall, through whom I see no bliss. Curse be thy stones for thus deceiving me.
The wall, methinks, being sensible, should curse again.
No, in truth, sir, he should not. Deceiving me is Thisbe's cue. She is to enter, I am to spy her through the wall. It will fall pat as I told you. Yonder she comes. I see a voice. Now will I to the chink to spy, and I can hear my Thisbe's face. Thisbe? Think what thou wilt. I am thy lover's grace, and like Lymander, I am trusty still.
And I like Helen till the fates be killed.
Not shopeless to Procris was so true.
I'm shopeless to Procris, I to you.
Oh, kiss me through the hole of this vile wall.
I kissed the wall's hole, and now your lips at all.
Wilt thou at Ninny's tomb meet me straightway?
It
my part discharged, so away doth go.
Now is the wall down between the two neighbors?
No remedy, my lord, when walls are so willful to hear without warning.
This is the silliest stuff that ever I heard.
The best in this kind are but shadow, and the worst are no worse, if imagination amend them.
It must be your imagination then, and not theirs.
If we imagine no worse of them than they of themselves, they may pass for excellent men. Here come two noble beasts in, a man and a lion.
You ladies, you whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest monstrous mouse that creeps on the floor, may now perchance quake and tremble here, for know that when I snug the joiner, when I snug the joiner, a lion's found nor else no lion's dam. For if I should as lion come in strife into this place, 'twere pity on my life.
A very gentle beast, and of a good conscience.
The very best out of beasts, my lord, that ever I saw.
The lion is a very fox for his valor.
True, and a goose for his discretion.
His valor cannot carry his discretion, and the fox carries the goose.
His discretion, I am sure, cannot carry his valor, for the goose carries not the fox. It is well. Leave it to his discretion, and let us listen to the moon.
Get off the stage! This lanthorn on the ornament. This lanthorn on the ornament.
The horns on his head.
He is no crescent, and his horns are invisible within their circumference.
This lanthorn doth the horn and moon present, and myself the man in the moon do seem to be.
This is the greatest error of all the rest. The man should be put into the lanthorn. How is it else the man in the moon?
He does not go there for the candle. You see, it is already in snuff.
I am aweary of this moon. What if he would change?
It appears by his small light of discretion that he is in the way. Yet, in reason, in all courtesy, we must stay the time.
Proceed, moon.
All I have to say is to tell you that the lanthorn is the moon, I the man in the moon, this thorn bush my thorn bush, and this dog my dog.
Why, all of these should be in the lanthorn, but they are all in the moon. But silence, here comes Thisbe.
This is all Ninny's tomb. Ninny's tomb. Oh, where is my love? My love!
Well roared, lion.
Well run, Thisbe.
Well shown, moon. Truly, the moon shines in good grace.
Well moused, lion.
And then came Pyramus.
And lion. The lion vanished.
Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee now for shining so bright, for by thy golden, gracious, glittering gleams, I trust to take of truest Thisbe sight. But stay, O spite, but mark, poor knight, what dreadful dole is here? Eyes, do you see? How can it be? Oh, dainty duck, oh dear, thy mantle good, what? Stained with blood? Oh, approach ye furies fell. Oh, fates, come, come. Cut thread and thrum. Quail, crush concluded. Quail.
This passion and the death of a dear friend would go near to make a man look sad.
Beshrew my heart, but I pity the man.
Oh, nature, wherefore didst thou lions frame? For lion vile hath here deflowered my dear, which is, which was the fairest dame that ever lived, that laughed, that loved, that looked with cheer. Come, tears confound, out, sword and wound. Thus die I, thus, thus. Now am I dead, now am I fled. My soul is in the sky. Tongue, lose thy light. Moon, take thy flight. Now die I, die, die, die.
You bring this on yourself.
Die.
No die, but an ace for him, for he is but one.
He is less than an ace man, for he is dead. He is nothing.
With the help of a surgeon, he might yet recover and yet prove an ass.
How chance Moonshine is gone before Thisbe can come back and find her lover?
She will find him by starlight. Here she comes, and her passion ends the play.
Methinks she should not use a long one for such a Pyramus. I hope she will be brief.
A mote will turn the balance. Which Pyramus, which Thisbe is better? He for a man, God warrant us. She for a woman, God bless us.
Oh, she has spied him already with those sweet eyes.
And thus you mean it does.
Asleep, my love? What then? Oh, my dove! Oh, Pyramus! Oh, asleep, asleep! A tomb must cover thy sweet eyes, these lily lips, this cherry nose, these yellow cowslip cheeks are gone, are gone. Lovers! Make moan! His eyes were green as lace. Oh, sisters three, come to me, with hands as pale as milk. Lay them in gore, since you have sure with shears this thread of silk. Then, not a word. Come, trusty Seward, come bleed my breast in you. And farewell. Thus this ends. Adieu, adieu, adieu.
Oh, suck it up.
Moonshine and Lion are left to bury the dead.
Aye, and wall too.
No, I assure you, the wall that parted their fathers is down. Would it please you to hear an epilogue or perhaps see a burgomaster between two of our company?
No epilogue, I pray you. For your play needs no excuse. Never excuse. For when the players are all dead, there need none to be blamed. Marry, if he that had writ it had played Pyramus and hung himself in Thisbe's garter, it would have proved a fine tragedy. And so it is, truly, and very notably discharged. But come, your Burgomaster, let your epilogue alone.
Thank you!
The iron tongue of midnight hath told 12. Lovers, to bed. 'Tis almost fairy time. I fear we shall outsleep the coming morn, as much as we this night have overwatched. This palpable gross play hath well beguiled the heavy gate of night. Sweet friends, to bed. A fortnight hold we this solemnity in nightly revels and new jollity.
Pillow.
Now the hungry lion roars, and the wolf behowls the moon, whilst the heavy ploughman snores, all the weary task fordone. Now the wasted brands do glow, and the screech owl, screeching loud, puts the wrench that lies in woe in remembrance of a shroud. Now is that time of night that the graves, all gaping wide, each one lets forth his sprite in the churchway paths to glide. And we fairies that do run by the triple Hecate's team, from the presence of the sun, following the darkness like a dream, now are frolic. Not a mouse shall disturb this hallowed house. I'm sent with a broom before to sweep the dust behind the door.
Through the house, give glimmering light by the dead and drowsy fires. Every elf and fairy, sprite, hop as light as bird from briar, and this ditty after me, sing and dance it trippingly.
First rehearse your song by rote, to each word a warbling note. Hand in hand with fairy grace, will we sing and bless this place.
Now, to the break of day, through the house each fairy stray. To the best bride bed will we, which by us shall blessed be, and the issue there create ever shall be fortunate. So shall all these couples three ever true in loving be. And the blot of nature's hand shall not in their issue stand, never mole, hair lip, or scar, or mark prodigious such as are despised in nativity shall upon their children be. With this field do consecrate. So every fairy take his gate, and each several chamber bless in this palace with sweet peace. And the owners of it blessed ever shall in safety rest. Well, trip away, make no stay, and meet me all ere break of day.
If we shadows have offended, think but this, and all is mended, that you have but slumbered here whilst these visions did appear, and this weak and idle theme, no more yielding but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend. And as I am an honest puck, if we have unearned luck, now to escape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long. Else the puck a liar call. So good night unto you all. Well, give me your hands if we be friends, and Robin shall restore amends.